Assalamualaikum to all 555 viewers. In this episode, we will be talking about dengue, a well-known disease that can cause death but often being ignored by the citizens. The 555 team work hard to gather all of this information in order to spread awareness among people. The 555 team has to report. According to World Health Organization (WHO), dengue is a viral infection transmitted to humans through the bite of infected mosquitoes. Dengue is primarily transmitted by Aedes mosquitoes, which are active during the daytime, especially early morning and before dusk. The mosquitoes becomes infected after biting a person already infected with the virus. Once infected, the mosquito can transmit the virus to other people for the rest of its life. After the mosquito is infected, it carries the dengue virus in its body. The virus needs an incubation period of about 8 to 12 days inside the mosquito before it can be transmitted to humans. Once the virus has matured, the mosquito can spread it to the others. When the infected mosquito bites another human, it transmits the virus through its saliva into the bloodstream. The virus then infects the person's immune system. After the mosquito has bitten an infected person, it can spread the virus to multiply other people as it continues to feed on their blood. Dengue is a significant public health issue in Malaysia, with the country experiencing frequent outbreaks and high transmission rate. Today, dengue is considered endemic in Malaysia, meaning that it is present year-round, with periods of higher incidence during the rainy season when mosquitoes' breeding sites are abundant. The disease continues to cause significant morbidity and mortality, especially in urban areas. Here are some data regarding dengue cases in Malaysia. Miss, do you mind if we interview you for a while?
Sure.
So, do you know any dengue breeding ground near or in your house?
Yes, actually, I noticed that standard water usually collect in flower pots, used tire, and also can even be in clogged drains around our neighborhood. And I have read that this can become the breeding spot for Aedes mosquitoes, which were the one who spread the dengue fever. And for your information, the Aedes mosquito will lay their eggs in standard water, and then they can thrive in warm and also humid environment. And this is the reason why the dengue fever will usually common in tropical and also subtropical regions.
Have you seen any outbreaks or cases of dengue in your area?
Yes, a few cases were reported last year, and I heard that cities like Bangkok and Manila will experience frequent outbreaks due to their urbanization and also their poor drainage. And our city also struggling with clogged drainage, especially after heavy rain, which made this problem worse.
I heard that climate change also give impact on dengue fever. Is it true?
Yes, that's true. Climate change is also playing significant role in increase the spread of dengue fever, and the increasing of temperature will expanding the breeding of the mosquitoes. For your information, the places that previously did not experience outbreaks are now reporting cases due to the increasing of temperature and also the humidity.
Wow, that's very alarming. Thank you for your cooperation. To know more about dengue and its symptoms, we are now with one of the dengue patients with us, Miss AISYAH. So, Assalamualaikum and nice to meet you, Miss AISYAH. How long have you been infected by dengue?
Waalaikumsalam. Nice to meet you too. I have been infected with dengue for about 5 days. It started with a sudden high fever, and at first I thought it was just a common illness. However, as my symptoms worsened, I decided to seek medical attention. And after a blood test, I was diagnosed with a dengue fever. And thankfully, my case is mild and I'm now focusing on my recovery.
Can you share with all Lima 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 viewers about all the symptoms that you experienced before being diagnosed with dengue?
Of course, before I was diagnosed with dengue, I started feeling very weak and unwell. The first symptom I noticed was a sudden high fever, which reached around 39 to 40 degrees Celsius. I had a severe headache, especially pain behind my eyes, which made it uncomfortable to move them. And my muscles and joints were also itching badly. So by now, I finally understood why people call it breakbone fever, because I really feel like my bones were sore. I also feel extremely weak and tired no matter how much I rested. I felt nauseous, lost appetite, and didn't feel like eating anything. Then, a few days later, I noticed small red spots on my skin, especially my arms and legs. That's when I got a bit worried and decided to see a doctor. So they did a blood test and confirmed that I had dengue fever. Since then, I have been drinking a lot of fluid and getting plenty of rest, and then following the doctor's advice. The fever is gone now, and I still feel weak, and then my red spot still fading.
Thank you for your time and cooperation, Miss Aisyah. We, Team Lima Lima Lima, and all the viewers are praying the best for your health.
I hope my experience will help others to recognize the symptom early and take dengue seriously. Please take care, stay safe, and protect yourself from mosquito bites. Wishing everyone good health. Thank you.
Moving on to the next part, we interview Dr. Sarah AMYRA for further clarifications about dengue in Malaysia. So, Dr. Sarah, can you tell us more about causes of dengue in Malaysia?
Good morning, Ms. SUCI. Of course, dengue fever is caused by the virus belonging to the flavivirus genus, specifically any of the 4 types of dengue serotype, which are dengue V1, dengue V2, dengue V3, or dengue V4. When a mosquito infected with the dengue virus bites you, it will enter your bloodstream and replicates within it. The virus can attack your blood and destroy parts of your blood that form clots and give structure to your blood vessels. This, along with the response from your body immune system, will make your blood leak out of your blood vessels and cause internal bleeding.
Okay, how does the body's immune system respond, contribute to this disease?
Well, when a person is first infected, their bodies can recognize and produce antibodies to neutralize that specific dengue serotype. However, when the same person is infected for the second time but with a different dengue serotype, the antibodies may not match exactly with the second dengue serotype. However, it can still bind to it. But instead of neutralizing the virus this time, it will help the virus to enter their immune cells, which leads to increased replication of virus within their bloods.
What about the treatment? Is there any treatment for dengue?
Unfortunately, there is no specific treatment for dengue fever as of now. Since it is caused by a virus, antibiotics will not help either. Therefore, treatments for now are mainly focused on managing the symptoms and preventing complications. Since there is no specific medicine to help treat this virus, the most important thing the patient needs to do is to get enough rest so their body can fight the infection. Next, doctors will usually prescribe patients oral rehydration solution to help prevent dehydration, and they will also give paracetamol to reduce the pain. And lastly, as the patients themselves, they should not forget to monitor their own symptoms in case it gets worse.
Thank you, Dr. Sarah. By listening to Dr. Sarah's simple explanation about dengue, we hope that viewers will find this video beneficial for them. What is a dengue vector?
Well, vector is an organism that transmit disease from one host to another. In the case of dengue, the vector is Aedes mosquitoes, primarily Aedes aegypti and Aedes albopictus. And these Aedes mosquitoes have some distinct appearance, where they have black body with white stripes on their legs and body, and they are also active during early in the morning and late afternoon.
What do you think the challenges of preventing dengue?
I think it is lack of continuous effort as well as misinformation about prevention methods. I also think it is also because people does not have continuous education and awareness about this issue.
Now, how to prevent dengue from infecting people?
There are several ways that can be done to prevent dengue from infecting people. Firstly, I think we have to eliminate mosquitoes' breeding site because we have to decrease their population. This can be done by empty out or removing stagnant water from container. We can also avoid mosquito bites ourselves by using protective measures such as wearing long sleeve, using mosquito repellent, and install window screen. Community involvement are also very crucial, where people can do clean up around the neighborhood and involve in awareness campaign.
That is the end of our episode today. Once again, Team 555 hopes that this video will reach a larger people in order to spread more awareness about dengue in Malaysia. Dengue remains a significant public health challenge in Malaysia. Despite all the efforts to control, it continues to produce a high and larger number of cases and deaths every year. However, ongoing initiatives including improved vector control, surveillance, public education, and the exploration of vaccines and new mosquito Aedes control offer hopes to reduce this impact of disease in Malaysia. This has been SUCI HURIN BINTI SUHIRMAN reporting for 555 episodes for today. Goodbye and Assalamualaikum.